I'm now joined by the first-year head coach for the Ligonier Valley Rams boys basketball team, Dante Porter, as his team embarks on the Class 3A postseason. First off, Dante, I would imagine a great debut season for you because your team is postseason bound. How big of a goal was that you achieved?
Good. Great first season. That goal obviously was one of the first things we talked about. When we first all got together there in late July. Once I got hired, I know the senior class, had some goals, and we sat down. We talked about them not only with the seniors but the team as a whole, and we know with the new section matchups that playoffs were definitely a very obtainable goal. And that's kind of been the message these last 2 weeks as we've been vying for a playoff spot, vying for a better seed. This was a goal we talked about way back in July. This is what we've worked for. So yeah, it's been a great debut season. I know the kids are pumped and happy to be back in the postseason. Our seniors are back for the first time since they were freshmen. So I know Parker Hollick, Brian Wisniewski, they didn't even play in that game. So they're excited to get their feet wet with their first playoff experience here.
What do you think you have brought that has helped this team in particular? What's your best asset that you've added to the Rams?
Yeah, I think the coaching staff, myself, my dad, Coach Don Porter, and Mike Marinchak, is just really instilling that culture that we want to build on and be, have carry over from year to year. I think it's starting on the defensive side of things. We knew coming in, we had a lot of kids that could put the ball in the hoop when we got up here, but we wanted to make sure we were getting the buy-in on the other end of the floor and the buy-in on the intangibles, the getting on the floor, the rebounding, the toughness, and being pretty good defensively. So if anything that I think this coaching staff brought was just the consistency every day to be on those guys to be better. And Coach Mike brought something from Seton Hill. We want to get 1% better every single day. And that's been our motto since way back in November. And we're starting to see the results of that. We've been 1% better every day since the middle of November, and we're starting to peak right now, like we talked about all season. So we're real happy with the results of how things are going.
Parker Hollick gets a lot of headlines. He went over 1,000 points for his career earlier this season. I would imagine that he's probably number one on most opponents' scouting report. Who other than him do you think will be instrumental if your team is to have postseason success?
Yeah, Mike Wisniewski, of the Wisniewski brothers, he's definitely going to get a lot of attention. I know him and Parker have kind of having a running competition. I think Mikey's now winning with 73s on the season, the Parker's 68. So Mikey's really been scoring the ball extremely well. He's really elevated his game. Him and Parker both. We challenged them when we got in there that they have to be three-level scorers. We can't not be in basketball games because the three ball is not falling for them. And both their games have grown so much since way back in July to now. They really attack at all three levels, and I'm really proud of those two. And as of late, Michael Vargolish-Graver and Brian Wisniewski have been really scoring the ball extremely well for us. If you look at our last 5 or 6 games, I think 3 or 4 of them have been in double digits every single game. So, Brian Wisniewski and Michael Vargolish-Graver just really stepping up. And, as the season gets later and the defensive game plans tighten up a little bit and they want to eliminate our two better players, we know we have enough in the chamber to be able to attack offensively still and put the ball in the hoop. And they've been doing that. So, hats off to all those guys because they attack every day, wanting to get better.
So in Class 3A, your team gets the number 12 seed. That means a matchup at number 5, Keystone Oaks. So how did the seeding play out as opposed to what you maybe had anticipated before the brackets were released?
Yeah, I think if anything you learn from coaching here in the WPIAL is just to go in that day with really no expectations because you really never know how things are going to work out. And that's kind of the message we gave to the team. And it is what it is. You play who they schedule you against, and we're not going to back down from any challenge. And that was kind of our motto going into it. And you get to the playoffs, everyone's good, and that's been our message to the kids the last 24, 48 hours. So you're going to have to play some good teams. You're going to have to beat some good teams that you want to have playoff success. And that's what we're going to spend the next 7 days doing is getting better and preparing for Keystone Oaks. They're very talented, very well coached, and it's going to be a great challenge for us.
Let's take a deeper dive into KO. What do they do so well, and what will be the biggest keys to knock them off and pull off the upset?
Yeah, they play fast. They press the heck out of you, and they got some scores on the other end. Their guards really go. Probably get the pronunciation wrong, but the Enrod Jacoby kid Definitely a very solid scorer for them. He kind of leads the way, but other pieces are really good as well. They're going to be long. They're going to press you. They're going to trap you, and they're going to want to create havoc. So to have success against them, we just got to take care of the basketball, remain calm, and stick to what we do. Do our stuff's kind of been a motto that we've been saying as of late. We've got to do our stuff. We can't really worry about what other teams want to do. We got to take care of what we want to do on our end of things. So a lot of respect for them. You turn the film on, their length and their athletic ability definitely sticks out to you immediately.
Dante, thanks so much for taking the time to do this. Congratulations on making the playoffs and good luck.
Yep, appreciate it. Thank you, Sean.